Hello, hello. This is my second video today. The first one I was testing out alive, and this one I'm testing out some other things. This is like I got a Bluetooth in. I think that's what it's called. People are always reading me for my sound, so my sound. They can't hear me, or whatever. Sometimes I lose sound, like I did in the live the other day. So I wanted to check this out and see how it works. So I see this meme in one of my groups, and it said the greatest thing you could ever teach your child is how to research and think for themselves. Now, this is something I so totally agree with. And I'm looking at it from the perspective as us as a people. There's so much to learn about us. Here we are in the year 2020, and people are just now learning about Juneteenth. There needs to be more research for I'm going to say the for us by us type thing. We need to be we need to reacquaint ourselves with ourselves, our people, the past, the present of our people. There are so many things. There are so many black-owned businesses out there today. There are so many things we use in our everyday life that have been invented by our people that, we have no idea about. We have number 45 who thought Frederick Douglass was alive and well and doing great things. Though that was his ignorance, most of us, I hope, know that, Frederick Douglass has long been gone. But we need to still learn and teach our children and sometimes adults about us. There are people out there who still have never heard of the Tuskegee experiments. And I don't blame this at all on us. I blame this by, people just not wanting us to know. People not wanting us to know our history and about our people. Or just throughout the generations, sometimes the stories, they just stop. Now, I know that with today, there's so many things out there. We have the internet, we have different things on Facebook, we have Instagram, Twitter. There are so many devices out there. They still have libraries are still alive and well out there. So, we can still learn about us out there. And we need that now more than ever to learn about us. Do you know one of the richest slave owners out there, and I'm not going to call his name because I don't remember it exactly, was a black man. And though we may not want to know that it was a very wealthy black man out there who owned slaves, it's just an interesting piece of history. It's a piece of our history. You know, you can look at some of us and tell just by our look what our history might be. You could look at me and wonder, or know, I must have some interesting history in my family. I have like 1,000 freckles on my face. I have very long, thick hair. Very interesting story there about my history. So, not only do we need to know about people out there that have passed and the present, we need to know our own personal family history. Things just aren't recorded like they used to be. I would be interested in knowing how many people have ever tried Ancestor Ancestor, what is it, Ancestor.com, or I'm getting tongue tied. Or how many just know just through family and generations about, you know, what's in their family tree. There's also something, another, not quote, but another, you could call it a meme, I guess, maybe, and it says, "This is for all you souls with a purpose. Life and always will be about expanding one's thoughts of self. One can either make themselves miserable or make themselves strong. The amount of work in this saying stays strong with success." So, having said that, I think, and I would like to see us as our own group. Well, I won't say that. I would like to see us do more than just say Black Lives Matter. We need to be about Black Lives Mattering in all capacities. We need and want and have to have, we must have police brutality stop. But it's so much more. You know, when people go in these shops to give these people money for their wigs and bags of hair, they need to stop looking at us and following us around the store. Well, I won't say us because I don't go in there. But that needs to stop. People still crossing the street when people walk down the street. Things of that nature need to stop. Police stopping our men because they fit the description, when it turns out there wasn't even a crime committed. It just sounded like something good for them to do. I don't know. We need for people to assume that we don't know something because of the color of our skin. There are so many things that we need to happen. I keep saying there was a sneaker, I think it was LL Cool J, FUBU, for us, by us. I still have a couple pairs of those too. And I think that we need to get more on that mindset. I'm not saying disregard any other race. I'm not saying we are better than any other race. But what I am saying is we need to focus on us in all areas. Police brutality and all that, yes. But we just need to focus on us. Whatever happened to when you got sick and somebody came over and bought you a pot of soup. Whatever happened to if you needed a ride somewhere, somebody would offer? Whatever happened to when your child was acting a fool out there and somebody came and let you know? What happened to these things? When do we get to a society where you tell some other parent what their child's done and they cuss you out? What happened? I mean, I'm not old. I'm a woman of a particular age, but I'm not real old. And you know, when I was growing up, it was still acceptable. The lady across the street, she's still the lady across the street, and she's still, with my mother being gone, this lady still looks out for me. She still looks out for me. And she told me when my mother died, she said, you know, I'm your mother now. And I thought that was the sweetest. Oh, here I go. I thought that was the sweetest thing, but I know if I ever really needed her, she would be here. I know she would. But, you know, I have this problem with reaching out. But I digress. Anyway, just whatever happened to those things? Whatever happened to kids going outside to play, even though they can't do that right now? But why do they have to be inside on the weekends sucking up air? Go outside and play. Read a book. Find out who somebody was. Find out who invented the ironing board and got the patent. She was black. Go find that out. But these are the things that I think we need, because these things will start a foundation, help build a foundation, so that we just need to be strong as a people. I don't know. People might disagree with me, and that's fine too. Leave your comments. Let me know. So before I close out of here, I just want to say one thing. To the world, you may be a person, but to one person, you may be the world. Everybody have a good night.